Hey guys, welcome back to I'm Just a Fan. It's your host Ben, and today we're going to be recapping Arsenal's huge win over Villa yesterday, a 2-0 result. Let's get right into it. So, before we start this video, I need to start getting in a habit of doing this. If you like sports content, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be continuing to make Prem videos. I got NBA videos coming up for when the season comes around. NFL season's right around the corner. College football's right around the corner. Occasionally talk baseball a little bit here. Only sport I really would say I don't talk a ton of is hockey. Honestly, I'm just not as knowledgeable about it. But if you like sports content, feel free to subscribe. If you enjoy this video today, please give it a like. It would be very much appreciated. And if you have any thoughts, please drop them in the comments down below. I really want to, see what you guys have to say, and I love having these conversations. That's why I'm doing this. So, just wanted to get that out there before we started. So let's get right into the game. This was one hell of a game. If I could show a game to someone that didn't really watch football much and was a neutral or not necessarily neutral, but someone who didn't really watch the sport but wanted to get into it, I would give them at least the first 45 minutes. The first half to watch. Because, man, this game was tense. And we knew going into this week, and again, I'm speaking from an Arsenal's perspective here. I'm not a Villa fan, and I never claimed to be, but I don't even know why I just said that. Regardless, going into this week, I felt very tense about this game. I had PTSD from the last two meetings we had. The first meeting we had last year wasn't terrible just because it was on the road at Villa Park, and you only lost 1-0. But the 2-0 result at the Emirates honestly crushed me. I mean, that was by far one of the tougher moments I've had to experience watching football. So I really wanted my revenge personally, also just for the boys and for Mikel and the club. I knew that they really wanted this one as well. So I was really glad that we got this game done, obviously, and got a win. But I didn't really know how to feel going in just because it was so early. It was so early in the season. I mean, the second week, pretty much. So it was kind of. It's not that I didn't necessarily feel hyped for the game, but it took me a little bit of time to really process what I was watching in the first couple of minutes. Like, holy shit! Like, we are playing Aston Villa at Villa Park. But eventually that did, obviously come together and everything. And yeah, let's get right into the game. I know I'm sure I've already said that, but it was just a very tight half. Very physical game. Very, very, very physical game. I thought both teams pressed very well defensively. It was about as good as you can get on that front. Speaking again from an Arsenal perspective, they had some chances within the game. There was honestly a decent amount of chances within that first half, but at the same time, there really wasn't much there. I felt like Arsenal had a really good job, or did a very good job of possessing the ball, but once we got near the box, that's where stuff really got kind of tight. And I know most people that have probably, watched yesterday's game and overall just follow the team are probably going to know this already. But Martinelli just did not look great on that left wing. I thought his pace and overall defense was great, and his hustle. Like, I thought he really showed that he wanted to be out there and that he was trying. But it was just really, really hard to, really get anything going just on that side. He pretty much threw everything at them, and there just wasn't much for him. And I wanted to say this. I'm not sure this is the right guy. I don't know if this even is, honestly, the right guy. But I think this is him. I'm not going to be able to pronounce his last name. I'll put a picture up right now. Costa, first name. This guy did an insane job. This guy boxed Martinelli the entire game. I just wanted to give him a shout out because he played fantastic football. And that was mostly what I took from the first half. I thought pretty much it was a very even game. Apologies about this video kind of being all over the place. Had some technical difficulties and now a little bit of sound stuff I can't control, but let's get right back to it. I was going to say before I wanted to conclude on the first half, Watkins. He killed Arsenal in the last game, but this game he missed a big chance. He didn't capitalize, and the game really Villa should have scored at some point, but they didn't, and we got very lucky, but Yeah, I can't imagine how Ollie Watkins is feeling right now, just because, I mean, that would have been game changing. They would have been at 1-0, and the energy in that building would have been completely different. So getting into the second half, kind of was the same thing again. It was a lot of that high press. Again, very physical, very physical. All of a sudden, Raya makes that insane save. It might be save of the year already, which was insane. And I've been a big Raya guy, specifically learning about what he did once I kind of understood why they moved on from Ramsdale. And I'm not gonna lie, I feel a little good. I feel a little good that I had the stock in him, because again, he's making huge saves. I feel like people kind of discredit him for his clean sheets last year, and seeing saves like that just shows how quality of a keeper we have on the team that is starting. And that's the level of excellence that Mikel Arteta expects with this Arsenal squad. So I just wanted to give a shout out to Raya, arguably man of the match for us, at least on the defensive side, other than maybe Saliba, and I'll get into that. But yeah, just wanted to give credit for that save. But eventually, and I was thinking in my head, I was like, all right, it's around 65th, 64th minute. I was like, Mikel, I think it's time for a sub. I think it's time to put Trossard on. And of course, Trossard comes on, bam, scores in the 67th minute. I haven't been that excited for a goal in a couple months now. Great cross by Saka, got it to Havertz, couldn't get it there, but then the ball ended up still getting to Trossard. And of course, like Trossard always does, he gets it right in there. And, he stared down the camera. Not sure if that was kind of just like a fuck you to everyone, or maybe that was even a sign to Arteta, like, hey, Arteta, what do I got to do to start? And I'm in kind of in the middle. I feel like some people are pushing for Trossard to start from now on. Because I got to say, obviously, he is a better winger than Martinelli. But when they start Trossard, I feel like he doesn't have the same impact as he does when he's brought on in, that 60th, 65th minute. So I'll have to think about it a little bit more. But Trossard's really, he's really breathing down Mikel's neck and just being like, Mikel, I'm better than this motherfucker. Like, you better start me, man. You better start me. But I don't know what the boss is going to do. I trust the boss, so we will see. But shout out to Trossard. And then it got a little close. Villa was making a couple runs here and there. And eventually we got the ball back. And, of course, I wasn't expecting it to go in. But Thomas Partey with a very good goal. It really shouldn't have gone in, but it's still a great goal. I was glad to see him score, because there's been a lot of talks the last couple of months, even last year, that Arsenal's going to sell this guy. He's not fit. At times, I felt like he didn't really play as well as he needed to defensively, and that's something Arteta's going to have to address potentially in the transfer window in the winter. Because I think Partey's a good player to still have in the squad, but I don't know if he's starting material. But it was still great to see him having a big impact in this game, especially scoring. I know the guys love him. So, yeah, I just wanted to give a credit to Partey there. And then this is overall just to the defense. Just fantastic stuff. Saliba and Gabriel, it is a fucking pleasure to watch you guys every week. I don't think you'll ever see this video, but it's a pleasure. It is a pleasure to watch you guys play, especially that tackle by Saliba that he had where he was running back. I mean, what more do you want from a guy? Like, I remember I started getting puckered up. I was like, oh boy, here we go. Villa's got a chance. All of a sudden you see from the right side, Saliba hauling ass. Great fucking tackle. Great play. And this guy I just love it. I love how he celebrates every single win in the game. He doesn't take anything for granted, always is celebrating, as they should. So, overall, I thought it was really good, and I just love that performance from him. Right, and my last couple of things I wanted to touch on was Timber, I thought, played really well. At times, I thought he was a little timid. But overall, I thought you can see why Arteta got this guy. This guy he almost looks like an offensive player playing left back or playing center back, wherever they have him. Overall, he just looks very good in my opinion. And then I guess I would say Havertz at times looked a little off yesterday. Just didn't look as clinical, but let's just hope it was one game. I'm not going to get on his case for that. So yeah, overall, great performance from the team. We got a little lucky, and emphasis on a little, but overall, thought it was a great win for the boys today. I'm going to wrap this video up. If you like the video, give it a like. If you like this type of style, feel free to subscribe. I'm going to continue to make videos like this. I apologize for the background noise throughout the video, even going now. I have family around, so a lot of stuff's going on, but it shouldn't be like this every video. And yeah, I appreciate you guys watching if you did, and I'll see you guys next time.